Did you know that in 2007, Nokia sold more phones than Apple, Samsung, and Motorola combined? It's almost hard to imagine now, but back then, Nokia was everywhere. Their logo was on billboards, their ringtones echoed in every public space, and their phones were in the hands of millions across the globe. That's right, Nokia was the undisputed king of mobile phones, a tech giant that seemed absolutely unstoppable. Their devices were a symbol of reliability and innovation, and for many, owning a Nokia was a rite of passage into the mobile age. But just a few years later, everything changed. Nokia's dominance crumbled, and the company that once led the world in mobile technology found itself struggling to survive. So how did a company that practically invented the modern cell phone fall so fast? What went so wrong for a brand that seemed to have it all? It wasn't just bad luck. It was a failure to adapt, a classic case of a giant blinded by its own success. Let's rewind for a second. In the early 2000s, everyone had a Nokia. Their phones were nearly indestructible, easy to use, and the iconic ringtone was instantly recognizable. Whether you were a student, a business executive, or a parent, chances are you had a Nokia in your pocket or bag. Nokia was ahead of the curve, constantly pushing boundaries in design and technology. Their research and development teams were some of the best in the world, and for years no competitor even came close to matching their innovation. But then, in 2007, Apple changed everything. The launch of the iPhone introduced a full touchscreen, an app store, and a completely new way to interact with your device. It was more than just a phone, it was a revolution in how we communicate and use technology. Nokia shrugged it off. They believed their massive market share and loyal customer base made them untouchable. They underestimated just how quickly the world could change. Here's where things went really wrong. Nokia's software, Symbian, was clunky and outdated, but the company was stubborn. They stuck with it, even as users grew frustrated and competitors raced ahead. They refused to embrace new ideas, sticking to old designs and old systems. Innovation slowed, and the gap between Nokia and its rivals only grew wider. Meanwhile, Android exploded onto the scene, offering manufacturers an open, modern platform that customers love. Suddenly, there were dozens of new choices, and Nokia's once unique features felt outdated. Inside Nokia, management was divided. Some leaders wanted to take risks and innovate, while others insisted on playing it safe and sticking to what had worked in the past. This internal conflict made it nearly impossible to move forward. This indecision slowed everything down. The world was changing at lightning speed, but Nokia's leadership moved at a snail's pace, unable to agree on a clear direction. By the time Nokia finally tried to catch up, teaming up with Microsoft and launching Windows phones, the market had already moved on. Their efforts, though ambitious, came far too late to make a real impact. Consumers had already moved on. Nokia's brand, once loved and trusted, now felt outdated and irrelevant in a world obsessed with the latest tech. The fall of Nokia isn't just a story about mobile phones or one company's missteps. It's a powerful warning for every tech company out there. It's a reminder that in technology, you have to keep evolving. If you don't adapt, you risk getting left behind, no matter how big or successful you are. In tech, it doesn't matter how dominant you are today. The landscape can shift overnight, and if you stop innovating, you'll be replaced by someone who's willing to take risks and push boundaries. If you found this story interesting and want to hear more untold tech stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button. There's always more to learn from the past, and more stories waiting to be told.